Okay, we got something. I couldn't figure out what the hell to give him, so I've just been moving around elsewhere, and looks like we got something here. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. Ah. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? Huh. I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Well, let's talk about stuff. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do to erase that fact. Nothing I do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, and my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth? I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep his kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to... why am I using... what the fuck? I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? There's that same paper that I think Gant was looking at. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but at the time, there was only one thing on my mind. I'd use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. We just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture, something seems strange about it. Maybe we'll show him that after I finish talking to him. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? That thing, finally! We get its relevance. Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Okay. Well, maybe I should present that to talk more about it. Because that has been just kind of sitting there for a long time. Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't seriously expect me to just sit down and chat with you about the case over a cup of tea. But this isn't related to the case, remember? You said so yourself. So I did. Chief Gant gave this to you that day, didn't he? He asked you to bring it here from the police department. Sometimes he does things that don't make any sense. At least it's better than being incompetent and doing things that don't make sense. Certain detective comes to mind. Wow. What about the picture? This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, it's a little different than yours. Yeah. See, that's got a broken tip too, that's the weird part. And the shield is broken too, so that's just like the theme that it's got going on, but I don't know, it's weird. I remember now. Remember what? That was the official prosecutor trophy used until that time. There's a story behind it. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Can you be more specific? This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. Really? In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. That's odd. Sure, everybody knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake. Very well. Whoa. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, are we serious with this? There was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Huh. Wait a minute. That's a contradiction, and that's where it came from. Is that true? That's kind of cool if that's true. That's a cool story. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. What kind of dumbass would be trying to sell both those at the same time? So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. I see. Isn't that oddly suspicious? It seems like... I don't know, I don't want to say that it was like the murder weapon, but I don't know, there's something weird about it. Before moving on, he was playing with a piece of paper. I guess that one, they said he threw it on the floor. Can I look at it? It's fine. Just distract him. Take your clothes off. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Oh, wow. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl... What? He's prioritizing that over Gumshoe's death. Or he just knew we were bluffing. He didn't even look. Gumshoe's going to be really sad that his feelings are unrequited. Unrequited? I don't know how to pronounce that. Letter of resignation? Oh no, Edgeworth, you can't do that. It says letter of resignation. No! Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Mr. Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died. Wow, dude. Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. No one else should forgive me either. This is like exactly from Case 4, too. There's so many borrowed things. Except instead of killing a guy, he just thinks he's done some other bad shit. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. What? Like what? Well, shit. Alright, what does that say? Let's get the specifics. Stop it. You're just adding more to the court record all the time. He's serious. Yeah, apparently he is. Oh! This was the first stop. This was the only option for where to go. I was going to go here and then go back to the Criminal Affairs Department, but apparently something is here. Who is it? Ah, Miss Starr. Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef? Miss Starr, I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. I don't think they discovered milk. I'm pretty sure they already knew milk was a thing. But, I mean, like... I don't think they sucked the cow's nipple. They probably get... Like, people ask that, like, what's wrong with the first... They probably saw that it fucking made milk and that its calves drank it, and they're like, hey, let's give it a shot. I mean, I don't think it's that weird. Because humans drink milk too, so... I don't know. I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's up with that. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be saved or...
You know, that knife didn't have blood on it, did it? I was gonna say, what if the knife was in him because he had been stabbed at the police department and she pulled it out? But it didn't seem to have blood on it. So I don't know about that. Miss Starr's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. What do you have to talk about now?
Joe Dark, that's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure.
I thought he turned himself in. Like right after he killed all those people. But he apparently not.
Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Her? Yeah, Lana.
Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant.
Okay.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we're so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
But you didn't have proof that anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn.
By Gant. She was being used. I love how every time we bring something up, there's always something else to talk about first.
2 years ago, Gant was chief detective and Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence.
You mean forge it?
He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Or he did it himself, so he knew what evidence to produce. Which would still be forged.
There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. He would just stare at them and talk about swimming, so nobody ever wanted to talk to him. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Alright, being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence.
Why quotations around Chief?
Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
Putting her there. Because he had like something over her, and he wanted to put her in charge there, because she was under his influence somehow.
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but for whatever it is that he's using to control her back then, he's doing it again now, because he's totally the murderer, and she's saying she did it. So he has something serious over her, I don't know what. but I've been saying it was him the whole time, and I said it was everybody, but I specifically thought it was him. And so, yeah.
It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess.
Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Well, thank you, Miss Starr. Thank you very much. Alright, back at the Criminal Affairs Department. Again. Who are we going to talk to this time? Gumshoe again. You still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
A what?
A DJ? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, okay.
Oh, that DJ. I don't think anybody's ever called it that.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
There's no more talking options, right? Edgeworth's resignation. That's right. He'll freak out. Yeah, totally. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Yeah, he'll get really sad. No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
At first I thought he was as cold as ice, but now I know different. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective?
That's it. I've made up my mind.
But...
Here, take my ID card. We can't do that if someone found out.
They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Hell yeah, Gumshoe. Saving the day. You're a true hero. A real human being. Anyway, so we got it. Let's go bust down the door and investigate all that shit. The chief's office. Let's get the last pieces of evidence we need to bust this asshole. Click, beep, and we're in. There's a lot to investigate. There's a lot around this room.
Open sesame. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Yeah, I didn't know he was going to come too. They scream at each other. Nice. And then, okay.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Oh, she slapped him? Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us? Like, yeah, like at least you could maybe try and argue that you lost it or they stole it. But if you're here, then you're totally incriminated. I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the... Yeah. Exactly. You crumpled it? Yeah, like I thought it was like a card, like a driver's license, like a laminated thing. I didn't know you could really crumple it. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Alright. You don't have anything to talk about in here, right? Oh, okay. I don't know if this is gonna matter, but they're here, so...
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anybody using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. Maybe there's a secret room under it. Told us so himself at our New Year's party. I said that about Case 4-2, Yanni Yogi's table in his shack. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant, so let's go touch it. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. I disagree. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SO9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, and to prove that Chief Gant is guilty, for sure. Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. What a great conversation. Huh, what is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you, honey? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? Mr. Wright, what do we think of him?
I think he's the only suspect. He obviously did it. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There he goes, ignoring me again. Alright, so... where do I even begin? I guess we'll start with just the desk in general. Lana's desk. It sure was tidy. Sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean.
Does Lana ever come back here?
No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Huh. What is that little picture over there? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park.
What? They didn't let her take that? This is the same picture that we've already seen. I don't think there's really anything to reveal.
This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. Bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Alright, what about the armor? It's really weird. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. Chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. You know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What, you mean we're paying for this?
Well, not you, you're 16.
That's it, I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
You don't have any taxes to pay. Be careful of what you say. We're getting real world issues here, talking about taxes and shit. Yeah, he may be. He may be in there. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get out. Put it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
I do. He stares at me a lot.